What's going on, my fly happy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So, the big news today, man, Christie Sides has been fired, man. We're about to get all the way into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy if you like the content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit 16.4 by the end of the day, so if y'all can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it. All right, man, so I didn't want to make this video long, but Indiana Fever has parted ways with Christie Sides. Honestly, when you clear from top to bottom, the president, the GM, the head coach has to be next. This is probably the most the WNBA coaches ever got held to the fire. And it shows because a lot of coaches are getting fired across the league, right? So I know a lot of people were saying, like, you know, Christie Sides had a great run in the second half, right? And they actually made it to the playoffs. So why would you fire her? And I understand completely. And I'm all for people not getting fired or losing their jobs. So I do feel for Christie Sides. But it's a lot of things that she did have a play in that makes me understand why she got fired. First thing I would say is the rotations. You know, her rotation game was atrocious. I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of times I was like, I don't know why you're starting Alyssa over Timmy. It took her a minute to realize that Lexi needed to be starting. You know, and then she would find success in some of the rotations and then run away from it. I just didn't understand that. Maybe it was something wrong with Timmy. Maybe she was still hurting every now and then. I don't know. But I just felt like she would find success and then go back to something else. Or once she finds success, she would change it. You know, her calling timeout on time. She kind of let refs and other teams run over her team. You know, she doesn't really have a backbone to stand up for her team and get in the ref's face. Have an uproar sometimes. You know, and I'm not the person to be yelling and stuff, but that comes with the job. You know, sometimes you have to get on the court and express yourself and tell the ref about themselves. She never did that. She always was sitting back, you know, and it takes me back to when that Seattle coach was talking about Caitlin Clark and how Christie Sides didn't bring out her starters right when her starters came off the court. It's like Christie Sides was in the right. If she didn't want to take off her starters, she didn't have to. Now, in common courtesy, she did it. You know, in the golden silent rule or unwritten rule, whatever the case it may be, she did it. But I would have been like, hey, I don't care how mad you are. We getting in y'all ass. Her half-court play calling was an abomination, man. I mean, and then it goes back to that she'll find success with something and run away from it. In that last game against the Sun, in the second quarter, I saw what they were doing. I was like, okay, why don't y'all just go to the pick and roll? Just go to the pick and roll. I was yelling pick and roll the whole time. And as soon as they started doing the pick and roll, they started getting points easily. And I'm like, the Sun don't know what to do with that. So just stick with that. But I don't know. She ran away from it. They completely took pick and roll out of their plan. You know, it's just plenty of times where I'm scratching my head with Christie Sides. Like I said, I'm not blaming Christie Sides for everything that was going on. As much as I don't give credit for all the losses to Christie Sides, I don't give all the winning credit to her either. We do remember the team had to gel, right? So you had a team that didn't really gel at first, was just getting used to each other, on top of bad coaching. Of course, the beginning of the season is going to look like that. You get to the second half, the team is gelling more, they understand each other more, you get more wins. At the end of the day, you know, maybe a better assistant coach. She's been an assistant coach for a long time, so I'm thinking maybe that's a better position for her. But I don't think she necessarily had the backbone to be a head coach, man. Now, I do feel like that Connecticut Sun coach is coming. I think somebody's saying Cheryl Miller. I don't think Cheryl Miller is going to coach. It would be dope. It would be dope. I know some people are surprised, believing she turned it around in the second half of the season. No, she did not. The players started to gel and trust each other. They coached themselves. And honestly, that's a fair take, man. That's a fair take because they did gel better. They did play better. And it was times where I feel like Caitlin Clark said, hey, stay on the sideline. Let me make this move, and we're going to get a bucket. We're going to get a win. I felt like it was times where she ignored Christie Sides and just did what she wanted to do out there. And sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have great players like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Chris Paul, when you have players that can be a on-floor general, sometimes the coaches sit back and allow you to do that. So I think that happened a few times with Caitlin Clark on the court. I'm not going to lie. Dang, I'm partly surprised. I know a lot of people wanted this early in the season when the team was losing, but with the late turnaround, I thought they might have retained her to try and build off that momentum. Guess not. Wonder if they'll go for Iowa's old WBB coach. I don't think they're going to do that. Like I said, I think the Connecticut Sun coach is coming. I did have patience, right? I didn't want her gone in the first half. I did point out that she was having terrible decisions and terrible coaching methods, but, you know, you got to be able to coach your team on how to pick and roll, how to set a good screen. Like, I think that comes with coaching. That comes with coaching. And, you know, we all could say Indiana's pick and roll or screening was awful. No, the pick and rolling was pretty good, but the screening was awful. So this was Christie Sides' first year coaching as a head coach, right? Now, mind you, you have a rookie that's your best player. Your second best player was on her second year. And your third best player was there for a while, but she struggles with decision making and stuff like that. You don't need somebody who's just now coaching. You need somebody who really knows what they're doing. If you're trying to win right now, which I know Caitlin Clark is, you have to have a coach that's very competent with the game. I usually don't try to work on Sundays. I try to be with my family. But when I saw this, I said, yeah, I got to report this, man. So, hey, Christie Sides, hey, I wish you the best. Hopefully you can find somewhere else to coach. Hopefully you can find somewhere else to work. I think she's a good assistant coach. She won 2 championships as an assistant coach. So maybe assistant coaching for the Indiana Fever could be in play. I don't know. But, hey, man, best of luck to you, Christie Sides. I wish you nothing but the best. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.